Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I'm really excited to film for you guys because today we'll be filming my second full face of MCoBeauty. So if you haven't seen it before, I've already filmed one of these, so I'll leave it up here in the eye for you guys to watch later on. But I had so much fun playing with all this brand new makeup, so I cannot wait to do part 2 today. So if you're curious to see the look that we come up with, then just continue watching. So as you can see, we still have a ton of MCoBeauty products left to try. We've got about half a bag full, so I'm really excited for this one. So starting off with primers, we've got 2 primers here left to try. The first one is the Hydrating Face Primer. It says 10 hours brightens and smooths, won't clog pores, silicone and oil free, lightweight moisturizing clear fluid. So that's that one. And then this one here is the Skin Perfect Pore Minimiser. It says minimizes the appearance of pores, matte finish, mattifying, blurring and smoothing, silky lightweight texture, undetectable under makeup. So I think let's try both of these out today. So starting off with the Hydrating Face Primer, here is what the packaging looks like. It's nice and sleek. As you can see, it's got a pump, so I'm going to go right ahead and take a couple of pumps into the palm of my hand. Here is what the texture looks like. As you can see, it's kind of a lightweight gel. So I'm going to rub that between my fingers and apply that straight onto my face. It feels really nice. It's pretty much almost completely absorbed all the way into my skin. And then next, grabbing the Skin Perfect Pore Minimiser Primer, I'm going to open her up. It's got a little spout applicator, so I'm going to take some of that onto the tip of my finger. Here is what the consistency looks like. It's got a little bit more of a whipped consistency. So I'm going to take some of that and press that into the areas that I have the largest pores. So kind of around the nose, in between the brows, and around the chin. It doesn't have much of a texture, like it doesn't feel slimy or greasy or slippy. It just kind of feels like a dry balm. So for foundation, we've got one foundation left to try from MCoBeauty. This is the Miracle Hydroglow Oil Free Foundation. It says wears up to 24 hours, water-based hydrating formula, blurs imperfections for all skin types and tones, buildable light to medium coverage, and the shade that I picked up is called Natural Beige, which is yellow warm undertones. This contains 30 ml, which is 1.01 fluid ounces. So here is what the packaging looks like. As you can see, it comes in a squeezy tube with a pump. So I'm going to start by taking about a pump and a half on the back of my hand. And then just like last time, I'm going to do half of my face with a brush and then the other half with a sponge. So I'm going to use this brush like I did last time. This is the MCoBeauty Pro Foundation and Buffing Brush. It's a really nice large foundation brush. So I'm going to take that straight into the product. And I'm going to start applying that straight onto my cheek. I'm going to take a little bit more product and apply that across my forehead. So that's what the skin looks like using that amount of product, which is about a pump and a half on this half of my face using a brush. As you can see, it's probably about light to medium coverage and the colors may be just a tiny bit light for me, but I do think it looks really nice and smoothing, which is really nice. So let's go on to the sponge side. And then for the other half of my face, we've got this sponge here to try out. This is the biodegradable blender sponge, 95% plant-based, delivers flawless results, good for the planet, suitable for wet and dry formulas. So that's what it looks like. I've got the original one, which comes in the pink. I tried that out last time and I've really been liking it. So I've got high hopes for this one. So for size reference, I brought over the original one and now the biodegradable. I'd say size-wise, the biodegradable is just a teeny bit smaller. And in terms of the puffiness and the squishiness, I would say maybe the biodegradable one is just a tiny bit squishier. So I'm going to go right ahead and wet them both so you can see how they both expand. But here is them dry. And then this is what they look like once they're wet. So you can see they both puffed up to be about the same size. The main difference is I can tell that this one's actually a lot squishier and fluffier. This one actually has a little bit more resistance, but apart from that, they both look the same. So once again, I'm going to take about a pump and a half on the back of my hand. I'm going to take my sponge and pat it straight into the product. And I'm going to start applying that straight onto this half of my face. So here's how the skin looks using that full pump and a half on a sponge on this half of my face. And you can see immediately that this side here has a lot less coverage. You can still see a lot of my skin peeping through on this side, whereas this side is just a little bit more covered. So I'd say if anything, I do like the sponge. It actually feels a lot closer to the original Beauty Blender than the pink one does, because it's a little bit more bouncy, but I feel like it absorbed a lot more product, but it was really, really soft on the skin. I feel like the other one felt a little firmer and a little rougher on the skin, but I actually think that's why I like it, because it didn't absorb as much foundation. So let's go right ahead and lay this up. So once again, I'm going to take a full pump, taking my brush and applying it to this half of my face. So you can see I think the color might have slightly darkened, which for me right now is actually a good thing. So there's that half done with a brush, and you can see it actually layered up really, really nicely on this half of my face. So once again, taking another full pump, tapping my sponge into the product, and applying it to this half of my face. So there is the extra amount of product popped on this side here with the sponge. You can definitely see this side layered a lot better. I've got a lot more coverage. I would say we're truly at like a medium, light to medium kind of place. This one here is definitely on the lighter side. Like you can see a lot of my kind of scarring still peeking through here. The coverage along the forehead, you can really see right here where there's a lot more coverage on this side here. So I'd say with this particular foundation, I definitely think a brush is better. So moving on to concealer, I've got this one here left to try. This is the Instant Erase Concealer. It says Treatment Concealer Hydrating Formula, covers imperfections, instantly brightens and corrects, and the shade that I have is Cold Light. So I'm excited to try her out. So here is what the packaging looks like. As you can see, it's definitely trying to duplicate a very popular drugstore concealer. So I'm going to take off the cap, and as you can see, it's got a little foam tip applicator, and then you twist it and the product comes out the top. That doesn't sound healthy. Okay, so I've been winding this for a solid 5-6 minutes now, and you can see this kind of platform is going down, so it's definitely working, but if you listen to it, that absolutely sounds like I'm about to break it. So I think the product is just about to peep through. I can kind of see it. Okay, so I finally managed to get some product to come out, but you can see it's not very even. Some patches, especially around the top, don't have any product, but then when I turn it, you can see it's kind of coming through there, so I hope that's enough. But the thing that concerns me is you can see I've almost kind of cranked it down about 1/3 of the way, and I still haven't managed to get a full amount of product, so I'm hoping this will be enough on the applicator. So I'm going to give it one more twist for some good luck, and I'm going to go right ahead and start applying it straight underneath the eyes. I'm also going to apply it on top of my eyelid, down the center of my nose, the forehead, and around the mouth. And then I'm taking my same sponge to blend that out. So you can see that's what the concealer looks like underneath the eyes and around the face. I would say it's about a light, maybe light to medium amount of coverage. So I'm going to take a little bit more product and try to build it up. Yeah, I definitely feel like that's a lot better. So you can see the coverage is about a medium amount of coverage. I can still see some of my scars and some of my pigmentation, but it's definitely a lot better now. So moving on to cream bronzer, I've already tried out this product here in this shade. I had 2 of these. So I thought, let's try out this shade right here. This is the Instant Contour Cream Bronzer. It says perfectly sculpted complexion, creamy longwear formula, easily blendable and buildable, and this shade here is called Medium Dark. So I'm excited to try this one out. I loved this. I've been using it all week and I think it's probably one of my favorite products that they have. So I'm excited to try a darker shade. So here is what the packaging looks like. You can see it comes in a squeezy tube. Once you remove the lid, there's a little sponge tip applicator. All you do is you unlock the applicator and then you press down and then the product comes through the top. So once you've got the amount of product, you lock it back up again and then you can apply it straight from the tip. So I'm going to go right ahead and start applying a little bit along my face. And then taking a different side of my sponge, I'm going to go right ahead and start blending that out. You can see just how quickly these blend out. They are such a nice cream bronzer formula. I'm also going to take a little bit by the sides of my nose. And my lip as well. And then blend that out. And then moving on to cream highlighter, I tried out this one in my last video, so I thought let's try out this one here today. This is the Highlight and Glow Creamy Highlighting Strobing Stick. It says long wear, glowing, illuminating, and this one here is in the shade Champagne. So here is what the packaging looks like. You can see it's a little crayon. So you take off the lid and then the product winds up from the bottom. So I'll show you how much product you actually get in here. That's what it looks like. I feel like it's a pretty decent amount. So let's try her out. So I'm going to take another clean side of the sponge and take her straight onto the bullet. And then I'm going to go right ahead and start patting it onto the top of my cheekbone. That's really, really pretty. I'm going to take her above the brow as well. I'm going to take some on the bridge of my nose. And then the Cupid's bow. And then for blush, we've got quite a few different options. So we've got this formula right here. I actually have tried out this particular color. These are in the shade Pink Glow. I used them last time. But the other shade that I have here is the Highlight and Glow Beauty Wand in the shade Peach Glow. So I might actually use this as a topper, seeing as I already know the formula. Because the other blushes that I have look like this, and I'm very excited to try these ones out. These are the cheek and lip tints. It says blendable natural flush of color, quick drying for face and lips, subtle lip stain, soft radiant blush, and the shades that I have are Tango, which is this really beautiful kind of peach, Blush Red, which is a slightly more fuchsia red color, and then Dusk, which is a little bit more of a maroony burgundy. So I want to go right ahead and actually swatch all three. So here is what the packaging looks like. This is just truly the cutest thing ever. So here are the 3 shades. So you've got Tango, Blush Red, and Dusk. I think today let's go right ahead and try this shade here called Tango. So I'm going to take some of that onto the back of my hand. I'm going to take the bottom of my sponge and tap it straight into the blush. And I'm going to apply that straight onto my cheek. So that's what the blush shade looks like. That is actually really, really pretty. I feel like on top of those cream products, it actually gives it such a nice kind of fresh glow. But just so we can try them, I want to top it off with this product right here. As I said, I've already tried the pink glow shade, but this is the Highlight and Glow Beauty Wand. It's a duo blush and illuminator, innovative cushion applicator, creamy longwear formula, easily blendable and buildable, and this one here is called Peach Glow. And then just like earlier with the cream contour, this one too comes in a squeezy tube. Once you take off the cap, you can see it's got a cushion applicator. So I'm going to unlock the product once again and squeeze out some of the color. And then just like before, once you're happy with the amount of product that you've got on the tip, all you do is you lock it and then you can apply it straight onto the cheek. That's how I applied it last time, but this time I'm going to try taking it on the back of my hand. Here is what the shade looks like. So I'm going to take the bottom of my sponge once again. And I'm going to apply it onto my cheek. You can actually see the color's actually not that different. I would just say it's maybe a tiny bit darker and just a tiny bit more glowy. So now that I'm done with all my creams and my liquids, I'm ready for some powder. So for powder, I've got this one here to try. This is the Invisible Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. It says Invisible Flawless Finish, absorbs excess oil, natural buildable velvet matte texture, minimize the appearance of pores, and this one here is in the shade 01 Translucent. So I'm excited to try her out. So here is what the powder looks like. As you can see, it comes in an acrylic case. So to apply that to the skin, I'm taking my Dose of Colors setting powder brush, which looks like this, tapping straight into the powder. And I'm going to start powdering my under eyes. I'm also going to take the powder along my forehead. And then to lock in the rest of my face, I have another MCoBeauty brush to try out. This is the Pro Full Powder Brush for pressed or loose powders. It's affordable, Australian, and it's cruelty-free. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it is a huge, really, really soft, big powder brush. So I'm going to take the powder brush and pat it into the powder. And I'm going to really lightly set the rest of my face. Oh, I really like that brush. It is so big, so it just gets around the face super, super quickly, and it's so soft, so it doesn't feel like it's lifting anything. So I've got a few products left that I want to try out for our cheeks. So this is the first one right here. This is the Silky Smooth Bronzer. It says creates a lip from within glow, ultra soft silky smooth formula, subtle shimmer. It says brush and mirror included, and this one here is in the shade Natural Bronze. So here is what the bronzer comes looking like. It comes in a really nice pink compact. As you can see, it's definitely trying to duplicate another well-known drugstore bronzer. You can tell by the pattern. And then as I said, on the inside it comes with a mirror and a little brush in here, which I won't use today. Instead, I've got one more brush to try out from MCoBeauty. This is the Pro Angled Blush Brush for cream or powder blushes. Once again, I cannot wait to try this one out. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's a really nice mid-sized angled cheek brush. It's incredibly soft. I cannot wait to try it out. I normally like brushes in this shape. So I'm going to take my brush and tap her straight into the bronzer. And then I'm going to start bronzing up my cheeks. Yeah, that is really, really nice. You can see just how much it warms up the skin and it maintains that really pretty glow that we've got going on. I really like that. And then the last cheek product that I have to try out is this one right here. This is the Silky Smooth Highlighter. It says Instant Radiance Lip from Within Glow, richly pigmented, easily blendable and buildable, and this one here is in the shade Champagne. So here is what the packaging comes looking like. As you can see, it's the exact same compact as the bronzer. Even the inside has that same pattern rippling in the powder. You can see it looks really pretty. And then once again, it has a mirror and a brush down below. So to apply that, I'm taking this brush right here, which is the Real Techniques angled highlighter brush. And I'm tapping straight into the highlight. And I'm going to go right ahead and I'm going to apply that straight onto the top of my cheekbone. You can see it's just a tiny bit more gold than the cream was, but still such a beautiful powder highlighter. I'm also going to take a tiny bit down the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow. Okay, so I've zoomed you guys in so we can start on the eyes. The only eyeshadow palette that I have from MCoBeauty is this one right here. This is the eyeshadow palette Peachy Nudes. I used this in my last full face of MCoBeauty and I did quite a bold peachy neon look. So I'm thinking today we'll do something a little bit more subdued. So I think to start off with a transition, to keep it quite neutral, I might actually take the Silky Smooth bronzer for my eyes. So to apply that, I'm taking my Dose of Colors blending brush. I'm going to tap that brush straight into the bronzer. And I'm going to start popping that through my crease. So to darken my outer corner, I'm taking my MCoBeauty Peachy Nudes palette and my Zoeva 227 Soft Definer brush, which looks like this. I might actually take this kind of raspberry purple color. And I'm going to start darkening my outer corner. That color is really pretty. I like that from the front. It just looks like kind of like a browny neutral, and then when I turn my head you can see the pink popping through. That's really pretty. And then to fill in the inner half of my lid, I might take the Silky Smooth highlighter on my Dose of Colors concealer brush, pat that straight into the product, and then pat that on the inner half of my lid. And then for the lower lash line, I might take the same bronzer on this brush here, which is the Dose of Colors pencil brush. And I'm going to tap that straight into the bronzer and apply that underneath my lower lash line. So I'm actually feeling this really soft sunset inspired eye, so I might stop the eyeshadow there and move on to a product that I was kind of nervous to try out last time. This is the Winged Eyeliner Stamp and Liquid Liner Duo. It says Winged Stamp, Quick and Easy, All Day Wear, Precise Tip, 2-in-1 Winged Stamped Liquid Liner. And this one here is the shade Black. So I was super nervous to try this last time. It could be a complete disaster, but I figured why not? Let's give it a go. So here is what the packaging looks like. I'm really hoping this works out. Okay, so let's give it a look. So you can see on one side it says eyeliner, so it's quite a thick kind of chubby marker pen, and then on the other side it says wing stamp. So I don't think this has different directions. It's kind of like this triangular piece, so I'm gonna go right ahead and just give it a go. Alright, so I'm gonna take the angle and stamp it right around there, and then flip it over and hopefully get them even. I think that's kind of even. It's a little patchy on this side. This side ended up being just a tiny bit better, but it's not completely full. I think maybe it might work. Let's go right ahead and fill it in. It's quite a thick crayon, so hopefully it's nice and easy. So you can see the end's not as sharp as I'd like it to be. So let's see if we can slightly sharpen her out. Yeah, much better. So you can see just by kind of finessing it, I am actually quite happy with this wing. But the only thing is you can see that the stamp is a very, very light kind of template guide. It's certainly not enough to be able to walk out just with this stamp and call it a day. I feel like if anything, for lack of better words, I feel like you're pretty much just creating a wing on your own. The main thing that I actually like about it is that you can kind of, I guess, check the angles, but it's kind of hard to see over the stamp. So for example, like the stamp is here, but I actually can't really see the bottom down here, and I can't really see this part here. All I can see is just this little front part. So you kind of have to do your best to hope that you're kind of aligning them well. But I think with a little bit of practice, it might not be a bad tool for beginners. Okay, so I did my best to make them as even as possible. They're not perfect, but they're not the worst. I will say I went a little bit too low on this side with the stamp, so I do have a slight shadow there, but it doesn't bother me too much. So I'm going to actually try out this product here next. This is the 4-in-1 multi-purpose eyeliner pencil. It says bigger, brighter eyes, instantly revitalizes and awakens, neutralizes redness, long-wearing matte formula, and this is in the shade Universal Nude. So here is what the pencil looks like. As you can see, it's got an inbuilt sharpener with it. So I'm going to go right ahead and start to fill in my lower waterline. You can definitely see how well that worked. It definitely brightened up my eyes to make my eyes look so much bigger. And then for mascara, we've got this mascara here to try out. This is the Fat Lash Volumizing Black Mascara. It says 4-in-1 Extreme Volume Curling Lengthening Water Resistant, and this one here is in the shade Black. So here is what the packaging looks like. You can see it comes in a pink container, and then the wand looks like this. It is a huge, huge wand, so I hope it's not too messy. So I'm going to go right ahead and apply the mascara straight to my lashes. So there's the eyes done with some mascara. I actually feel like it made my lashes look quite long. I ended up doing about 3 coats because I felt like the first coat wasn't really gripping because it's a bit more of a wet formula. But I feel like the actual wand itself wasn't super spiky. I was afraid it was going to be a total mess and stab me in the eye. But I feel like it was just enough that I could get in between them. And then I ended up using the little bowl at the end for my lower lashes. And so far, I don't mind the mascara at all. And I don't think I got any mess along my eyelids, which was actually quite surprising. So that is the eyes without the lashes. I'm actually thinking I might go right ahead and try out those previous lashes that I used in my last video. I'll go find them and I'll show you what they look like. These ones here. So these are the Lash Bond eyeliner and lash kit in the style Natural Lashes. I tried these out last time and I found that they were okay, so let's try them again. So these ones are a liquid liner and then lash strip. So you pretty much paint the liquid liner on. That kind of helps adhere the lashes to it. So let's try it again. So let's do a before and after. So here are my eyes without the lashes. And then here are the eyes after with the lashes on. They're actually really pretty and soft and fluttery, and I actually think they go really well with this look. And then for brows, you can see we've got quite a few different options. We've got the Instant Brows Express Kit in medium dark, the Instant Brows Retractable Brow Pencil in medium dark, the Precision Brow Superfine Pencil in medium dark as well, the Brow Fill and Set Micro Crayon and Tinted Gel in medium dark, and the Magic Brows Brush On Fiber Gel in the shade medium dark as well. So we've got quite a lot to pick from. So I think today, let's try out this product right here. This is the Brow Fill and Set Micro Crayon and Tinted Gel. It's a 2-in-1 double-ended slim pencil and tinted gel. 12-hour wear, instantly builds beautiful brows, and this one here is the shade medium dark. So here is what the packaging looks like. So you can see on one end, there's a wind up pencil, which looks like this. And then on the other end, there is a tinted brow gel. So the actual brow gel itself looks super, super nice. It's a tiny, tiny little wand. So I'm going to start off with the pencil and I'm going to start filling in my brows. So there is my brows done with just the brow pencil. So I'm going to flip it over and then take the brow gel and pop that through my brows. This actually has a lot of fibers in it. I can actually see a bunch of little hairs, so I can tell it's going to thicken up my brows quite a bit. So there is what the brows ended up turning out like. I actually am quite happy with them. I feel like the color's just a tiny bit darker than I normally wear it, but I actually don't mind it because I do have quite dark hair. So let me know what you think of the brows. So moving on to lips, I'm going to start off with some lip liner. This is the Lip Liner Universal. It says primes, defines and contours lips. Universal shade all day wear. This one here is in the shade Epiphany. So here is what the packaging looks like. As you can see, it's a sharpenable pencil liner with a sharpener in the lid. And then as you can see, it's a really pretty peachy color. So I'm going to go right ahead and start lining my lips. And then to fill that in, I've got one lipstick. This is the Lipstick Longwear Cream Lip Color. It says hydrating, long-lasting, non-drying, creamy formula. This one here is in the shade Nearly Nude. So here is what the packaging looks like. It comes in an acrylic case. And then once you take off the lid, it winds up and it is this really beautiful light peachy nude. It definitely has a really crayon-like plasticky scent. It doesn't smell great, so I'm going to go right ahead and apply that to the lips, but that is super pigmented. And then to finish off the lip, I've got a couple of lip gloss style products. I've got the Lip Oil Hydrating Treatments and the Pout Gloss Ultra Shine Lip Gloss in 3 different shades. I think to go with the current lip, let's try this one here. This is the Pout Gloss Ultra Shine Lip Gloss. It says delivers a fuller pout, offers instant shine, long wearing gloss. This one here is in the shade Tickle, which is a limited edition shade. So here is what the packaging looks like. As you can see, it's definitely trying to duplicate a well-known higher end lip gloss. I'm going to open it up so I can see the wand. Here is what the wand looks like. As you can see, it's a large doe foot applicator. These smell quite nice. They're a little bit sweeter. Well, actually, they're the only product so far that has a nice scent. Everything from MCoBeauty has kind of either no scent or they kind of have like a sour plasticky scent, sadly. But this product here smells quite sweet, almost kind of like Hubba Bubba if you had that as a kid, like the gum I think it was. But these smell really, really sweet. So let's go right ahead and apply it straight onto the lip. Ooh, those are nice. That is a nice formula. That is nice, you guys. So yeah, guys, this is it for my second full face of MCoBeauty. Let me know what you think of the finished result down below in the comments. But I had so much fun sitting down here and playing with a whole bunch of brand new makeup. I feel like there was so many nice hit products that we found today. I'm also so happy with the finished result. I love this sunset kind of 60s, 70s inspired eye. I feel like it has a lot to do with the nude waterline. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then you guys know what to do. Please feel free to leave me a like, comment and leave any requests that you have down below in the comment bar. Subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and drag it all the way down to all to become a part of this family and be notified of all my future videos. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Is that this one's a lot squissier. This formula, it's the wrong one, hold on. The Pro Full Powder Pro. It says Instant Radiance Lip with MCoBeauty Winged Eyeliner. I've got the Lip Oil Hydrating Treatments. My hand is shaking. I'm gonna wipe off the applicator because I don't want it to get all gross on the inside. Do you guys do that too?